Hello and welcome to part 2 of our Introduction to Desktop Authority series. In this video, we will go over how Desktop Authority works and its components. Desktop Authority uses several components to facilitate the configuration of desktops and servers. The components include the Desktop Authority Manager, configuration and reporting databases, server processes, and the Desktop Authority Agent. These components all work together to provide an efficient, scalable, and secure desktop management system. Now we will cover all the components of Desktop Authority. The Desktop Authority Manager is the central console from which configuration profiles, services, and reports are managed by the network administrator. The manager also provides the ability to remotely manage client computers over the local area network or internet. Once configuration data is saved and ready to be configured on client computers, the data is published to the NetLogon and the device policy master shares. This is done using replication. The replication process updates the replication targets for all target servers specified in the Server Manager object. Data is extracted from the DA configuration database and written to configuration files in the replication shares. The data is used to configure user-based settings when a user logs into each client machine. Computer-based settings are configured and executed on each client by the local computer management agent. The agent is deployed to each client using Smart Client Provisioning during logon or using DA's GPO-based deployment. The Desktop Authority Manager service is the business logic layer for the manager. It manages communications between the manager and SQL databases, DA configuration, and DA reporting. The installation server is known as the Operations Master. The Operations service is hosted on the Operations Master. This service manages and supports the ETL processor and the report scheduler plugins. This service is installed once per domain on the Operations Master. Desktop Authority can install Microsoft SQL Server Express Edition on the Operations Master server or use an existing SQL Server instance. Check the Administrator's Guide for supported SQL versions. Within this SQL instance, there are two databases created, DA Configuration and DA Reporting. The DA Configuration database is used to store product configuration data. The DA Reporting database stores a copy of the profile configuration data, hardware and software inventory, user activity, and other essential data that is collected for reporting purposes. The Desktop Authority Administrative Service enables Desktop Authority to perform tasks that require administrative rights without sacrificing user-level security on the workstation. This service helps Desktop Authority perform these specialized tasks by ensuring the client configuration files are correctly signed. The Update service is used for file distribution purposes by Desktop Authority, but is only needed when the software distribution feature is in use. This service can be installed on one or more servers within a domain. With Smart Client Provisioning, client installation, there are two ways in which Desktop Authority can deploy the necessary client files to machines that will be managed by Desktop Authority. Desktop Authority uses Smart Client Provisioning, which encompasses both GPO-based deployment and logon-based deployment. Smart Client Provisioning dynamically chooses from the best of several deployment approaches at runtime. The specific technique used depends on the client environment and the obstacles present in that environment. As each user logs onto the network and is authenticated, the user's logon script is executed. Desktop Authority is launched via a logon script named slogic. The script must be defined as the user's logon script in order for the client to execute Desktop Authority. The logon script performs initializations and launches the Desktop Authority engine. Desktop Authority user management configurations can be executed at logon, refresh, or logoff events. Computer management objects are executed on each client by the Computer Management Agent. The Computer Management Agent is a service that is deployed to each client as part of the Smart Client Provisioning process. The agent service interprets the computer management object settings and executes them at the appropriate startup, shutdown, refresh, or scheduled events. Once the logon script performs its initial checks, the desktop engine is launched. The engine will initiate the configuration of objects and elements. First, the global options are applied. User-defined variables are processed and pre-engined custom scripts are executed. If configured, the USB port security and MSI packages components are launched on the client. From here, clients are configured with the settings defined in the manager. Once these settings are complete, the engine will execute post-engine scripts. Finally, when the logon script completes, reporting data is collected, including hardware and software inventory, and the client desktop is loaded. Upon logoff, the Desktop Authority engine is again launched. This time, any configuration elements found to validate for logoff timing will execute. This will conclude our two-part introduction series on Desktop Authority. To learn more about Desktop Authority, visit support.quest.com/desktop-authority.